Hello my fellow viewers, I'm the viewer, and this is episode 3 of Megaman Trio, the show where I rank the designs of the Robot Masters from the 3 iterations they appear in: Classic Megaman, Megaman Battle Network, and Megaman Fully Charged. Like before, I'll go over the 3 designs of a single Robot Master, then at the end, I'll choose my favorite while everyone else chooses in the comments. And today, we'll be looking at Elecman, and like before, let's go over some honorable mentions. Ruby Spears Elecman. God damn it, am I gonna do Ruby Spears for every single one? Either way, to me, this looks more like a dude in a costume. Nothing more. Powered Up Elecman. Well, it's a chibi Elecman. Nothing much to say, but it gets the job done. Super Smash Bros. Elecman. Ultimately an updated version, but still really cool. Elecman from the Megamix manga. A very serious take on Elecman, and a worthy contender as well. Last, and the bane of my existence, Captain N Elecman. And you know what? Let me actually take a minute to talk about this, because I am legitimately offended by this. Because these designs, especially Elecman here, are the ultimate insults to the series. Nothing compares! He looks like the Noid wearing grandma glasses. Okay, enough of that. So let's get started with Classic Elecman. So right off the bat, Elecman has a very unique design. Besides Megaman, he might be the only Robot Master that actually resembles a human. Instead of having the large forearms like other Robot Masters, he opts for having yellow wristbands instead. He's also sporting a black chest plate with a thunderbolt on it. That's pretty cool. And you can't forget his yellow thunderbolt mask, which is really cool. So like Ruby Spears and Captain N, Elecman looks like a dude in a costume, but done right. Now Elecman has a great color scheme. Even though it's identical to Gutsman, it still works. So overall, Classic Elecman has an excellent design. One of my favorites for sure. Next is Battle Network's Elecman. And oh boy, we need to talk. So to start, this is a drastically different design compared to Classic Elecman. Now, there's nothing wrong with being different. Heck, that's the whole point of this series. But damn, they really avoided any reference to Classic Elecman's design. Now, designing the net navis after the Robot Master's design isn't the rule, but at the very least should be used for a point of reference. So they gave him more electrical items to give him an electrical look, like lightning arresters, but they do form an awkward square on his back. And that's kind of it. I don't hate everything else about this design, but I'm really trying to figure out what the designers were thinking. He has really large hands and electrical conductors for fingers, but it kind of looks out of place, ironically enough. Now his color scheme is ultimately the same, but they just removed the red, which is kind of weird. And you know what really drives me up the wall? It's the fact that they had to make a new emblem for him. Why didn't they just use the one on Classic Elecman? They could have done that at the very least. And they did give him the emblem, but they put it on his goddamn head for some reason, which the shape of his head does look okay, but then this brings up the fact that why is he crying thunderbolts? He does have the Elect Blade, and it's fine, I guess. It's like seeing Starscream from Transformers Prime with 2 lightsabers, but still not cool. Look, I grew up with this design, so I don't hate it, but it's definitely not my favorite. Next is Fully Charged Elecman, and I absolutely, positively, without any doubt, love this design. Where do I begin? Well, for starters, they removed the human element and went all in on the robot. Now, there's nothing wrong with the human element, but lack of a better phrase, it can be a bit distracting. Now, Battle Network Elecman did drop the human element, for the most part, to a lesser extent. Now, to digress, they nailed his color scheme. Even though it's identical to Classic Elecman, they swapped his colors around to make him look more consistent, and those neon thunderbolts being the cherry on top. He has a very slim profile, with a very triangular look. Like the fact he only has 3 electrical arresters instead of 4. And I can't forget the fact on the amount of poses this guy takes while he's on screen. He can also be very intimidating too, which is just so cool. They also made his buster an electrical plug, which is just fantastic. And something about his sinister grin is just something I can't get enough of. And his electrifying personality gives him the energy of a Hazbin Hotel character. He can even be borderline psychopathic, which I just love. If there is an issue I do have with this design, it would be the size of his chin. But that's a very minor nitpick. And that's Elecman from Classic, Battle Network, and Fully Charged. And the bronze medal goes to Battle Network Elecman. Again, I don't hate this design, but it really leaves much to be desired. Second place goes to Classic Elecman. They really nailed it with his superhero aesthetic, and it just looks all around great. And running away with the gold is Fully Charged Elecman. This design is so great that even the animators had fun with it. Heck, Elecman alone was the whole reason why I gave Fully fully charge a second chance. And this is my ranking on Elecman. Which one's your favorite? Let me know down in the comments. I'm the viewer, thank you for watching.